Good evening. Thank you for joining us here on the news at 10. I'm Shira Matsuzawa. Tonight, a man is recovering after he was pinned under a tree. This all happened during a camping trip after some unpredictable summer weather. KTVB's Abby Davis spoke with the man's wife. Abby, how is he doing tonight?
Shira, Nicole McDermott says her husband Brian is already making good progress in his recovery. Now the family spends a lot of time outdoors, and Brian is an avid outdoorsman, part of the reason they never saw this accident coming. They didn't expect their 9th camping trip of the season to end with a tragic accident.
I just heard what sounded like a thunderclap, and I opened the camper door and then immediately noticed that basically like the backside of my camper was trashed, and then saw the tree on the ground and just heard people screaming, saying Brian's under there.
Brian is Nicole McDermott's husband. The couple and their 2 sons were camping at Ponderosa State Park last Friday when a storm suddenly broke out.
There was a windstorm that kind of came in pretty quickly, and I was inside my camper. Brian, my husband, was outside scrambling to get things kind of put away.
That's before an uprooted tree hit Brian across the back, trapping him. Brian was life-flighted to St. Alphonsus Trauma Center, where they realized he had a punctured lung, 8 broken ribs, and that his L3 and L4 vertebrae were crushed.
Tell me a little bit about the recovery process. Those are really substantial injuries.
Yep, they are. So he was at St. Al's until today. He was moved via medical transport this morning, to a Utah rehabilitation facility that specializes in spinal rehabilitation. It's a top-notch rehabilitation center. Fortunately, he didn't have like a complete sever of any of his nerves, so he does have some feeling below his legs.
Nicole says Brian will be in Utah for at least a month, relearning how to walk. The family plans on visiting as often as possible. And despite everything, Brian's humor is out in full force.
I told Brian he's so silly. I said, man, a lot of people love you. And he responded with, I'm surprised. And that's just Brian. So his brain's still there. His brain's fine. He's still Brian. He's still Brian, which is great. That's all I need.
The family is doing their best to stay positive, and the couple's 2 boys are back in school and playing flag football, which Nicole says helps keep their mind off of the accident. And although they might not go camping again for quite some time, Nicole says you can't keep them out of the woods no matter what. And the family has a GoFundMe account to help raise funds for their medical bills. We'll have a link to it on our website, ktvb.com. Shira.
Yeah, definitely scary moments there, but we're so glad he's okay and on his way toward recovering. All right, thanks, Abby.